So friends, welcome and Shabbat Shalom. And welcome for all those who are joining us. I'm aware that some people are here for the first time. Welcome. And also people on Zoom who are with us from wherever you are. Blessed be and welcome. Thanks for being with us. Friends, the stories of the Torah are receiving different perspectives as each generation encounter the stories of the Torah on the background of the events of the generation, of our generation. And in our generation, the story of the flood and the promise of the rainbow are the main story and the main struggle of our generation, of our times. The climate crisis, whose reactions, whose consequences we already feel, we already sense, is the main theme and the main deal that we must all deal with. And on that sense, the example of Noah and his family, who are taking upon themselves the task to save life in the face of an ecological disaster, calamity, this is a relevant example for us, meaningful and profound example for us. In a rather successful timing, almost perfect timing, not this week, but next week, will be launched, open the World Climate Conference, the UN Climate Conference between the 6th and the 18th. It's called the COP27. It's the 27th UN conference regarding the climate crisis to be held in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt. Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, in the Sinai Peninsula, one of the most beautiful places in the world. And from here, Johannesburg, the other end of Africa, we will send a blessing of Chazak ve'ematz, be strong and be brave, to all those who will gather in Sharm el-Sheikh to discuss. This is a prominent forum of discussions and of decision-making regarding the climate change, and we express the hope that this summit, this conference, will indeed support the implementation and, if needed, the enforcement regarding the UN Sustainable Development Goals, which are crucial for us. The UN Sustainable Goals are the minimum that we must approach, the minimum we must achieve. And this is the goals that all the 193 states of the UN are signed on, including South Africa, including Israel. It must not happen that the climate matter will be a matter that is concerning intellectuals, hippies, lefties, bohemians, and activists. This is simply not good enough. The political frameworks should fulfill their duties, and we, the civil society, the faith-based organizations, the civil society and the faith-based organization, it's our job to make sure that we hold them accountable. And we are not alone. You have many allies. The free press is with us. It was even proven in the case of the Shell company a few months back that the court knows how to listen to the voice of the public, that the court knows to listen to the voice of the wisdom, and we are not alone. We have many, many allies. What we should know, what we should do is to work better, to network better, to associate better. We are not alone. But yet the most important deed in this time is not on the advocacy level, which is very important, holding the big guys accountable, that's very important, but what we can and should do is in the local level, in the level of the neighborhood, each and every neighborhood, when the schools and the churches and the public institution in every neighborhood should come together and learn how to harvest water and grow food. I know I'm telling it from this pulpit a lot, but I don't feel that my message comes across or that there is appreciation to that. It's crucial. Everyone must gather in order to invest in harvest water, in growing food. That will make the difference. Now, we are going to do it here in Parktown, and we were going to develop this model to make sure that the alliance of churches and schools and public institutions in every, at least whenever we are active, will grow and develop forward. On another aspect, some of you are aware, I'm involved in an ecological village and learning center named Tlolecho. It's in Tswana, from the nature, Tlolecho, next to Rustenburg. And this is another model, not of urban permaculture, urban agriculture, but of the rural. And in the rural area, there are many questions around land reform, land restoration, permaculture, rural community development, and the environmental educational system. Those matters are crucial. So what I see as our role, where we are positioned, is to bring the knowledge and the skills and the values of the village to the city and of the city to the village. We need to be the mediation, the transition zone that makes sure that the knowledge, the values, and the skills are being moved, and make sure that all the educational possibilities of the city are available in the city will be available for the children in the rural areas as well. I can share with you that in Tlolecho, there's a local community of Tswana families, and with the years, they've accepted me, they adopted me as family in some sense. And for me, it's a great zchut, it's a great privilege to be acquainted, to be aware how today in South Africa, people live in the rural area. It's very humbling. It's very important for me as a Jewish pastor operating in the city to know what's going on in the rural area and how people live in the rural area. It gives you a very humbling perspective. So whether you are in the city or whether you are in the village, we are in this together, and we all need the blessing of the rainbow. In our Jewish tradition, when we see a rainbow, there's a blessing that we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, blessed are you, eternal one, sovereign of the universe, Zocher habrit, who remembers his covenant, Ve'ne'eman bivrito, and faithful in his covenant, Ve'kayam b'ma'amaro, and fulfilling his speech, fulfilling his promise. And the promise is that whenever the rainbow comes, God will remember that humanity will prevail. There will not be a total disaster, a total calamity, that humanity will prevail. But for that, we have to adopt the example of Noach and his family to take responsibility on the whole creation. And I'm inviting us all to be this extended family, because this is not a Jewish matter. That's what's beautiful about the covenant of the rainbow, unlike the covenant of Sinai, the covenant of Mount Ararat, and the covenant of the rainbow. It's an extended family, all human beings. We are all the children of Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And we all together in this task to save the world, letaken et haolam, heal the world, and lig'ol et haolam, and redeem the world. Amen. So be it. This is our task. This is our generation. For sure, this is our shift. And it's on us to be done. So thank you with that.